Uncut Thoughts. It's your boy Shay, and today we're going to discuss what happened with Puka Nacua. So, if you haven't heard already, Puka Nacua got himself in some legal trouble, but it's all allegations. Now, let's just dive right into it. So, a woman in California has filed for a temporary restraining order against Puka Nacua over allegations that he bit her, though a judge declined to grant the order pending further review. The woman also claims the Rams receiver made an anti Semitic remark while the two were hanging out on New Year's Eve 2025. Puka Nacua's attorney denies these allegations. In a statement to TMZ, he said, Puka denies these allegations in the strongest possible terms. We will be filing a defamation lawsuit and pursuing all available legal remedies in response to these false and damaging statements. According to the complaint, which was obtained by TMZ, the woman was hanging out with Nacua and a group of friends on New Year's Eve. The group was at a dinner early in the night when Nacua allegedly said, "Fuck the Jews." His attorney said that simply didn't happen. A completely sober witness has stated that Puka never made those comments. At some point later in the night, Nacua allegedly bit the woman in the shoulder, which came out after he had allegedly just bitten another woman's thumb. They did not dispute that a bite allegedly occurred, but he did downplay the incident, saying it was just horseplay. The woman's complaint states it was actually a painful bite that came with such a massive force to leave a complete circular impression of all his teeth as marks on her skin. And if you look at the thumbnail, I did put the picture. It was the craziest bite mark I've ever seen. You could literally see all the teeth. Kind of crazy. Puka Nacua's attorney claims the two accusations are just a money grab by the alleged victim. Fully agree. Our office was contacted with demands of millions of dollars in exchange for not publicizing these allegations. This is not a legitimate claim. It is blackmail. The two parties held a conference in early March, but nothing was resolved. There's a theory on why the woman decided to make the allegations now. The timing of the legal action, nearly 3 months after the alleged incident and just days after JSN's record-breaking contract as a wide receiver, further underscores the complete lack of credibility behind these accusations. JSN just signed a 4-year, $168 million deal this week, the largest contract ever for an NFL receiver. Nacua, who is still playing on a rookie deal that expires after next year, will likely top JSN's number at some point in the future. This is not the first time Nacua has been accused of possible anti-Semitic actions. In December, he said he would perform a touchdown dance that was later identified as having an anti-Semitic origins, though it's unclear whether he was aware of that at the time. Nacua later apologized. That was on Aiden Ross's stream. Aiden Ross asked him to do this hand gesture. He did it. He didn't know what it was. Puka Nacua was 24 years old. He really did not know. And a hearing for this case is scheduled for April 14th, after the court said it needs more information at a properly noticed hearing before issuing any orders. So, my thoughts on this, agree fully that this is blackmail. Puka Nacua is the best position player in football. I'm not going to debate it. He could run, he could catch, he could block. So he's a wide receiver, tight end, running back, all in one. NFL record for most contested catches in a season, breaking Rob Gronkowski's record just this past year. The man's going to get paid. I know Sean McVay is not happy about this, of course. Puka Nacua is 24 years old. He's going out. He's in LA. Things are going to happen. Unfortunately, he's obviously hanging out with the wrong people. And I think with growing and becoming more mature as a man and a professional, these things will slowly go away. Now, the bite mark is insane. Who knows if they were involved in sexual activities and there was some excessive foreplay going on. 50 Shades of Grey. Women love that type of thing. Not all women, but a lot do. Maybe Puka Nacua took it to the next level. Him saying, fuck the Jews. Now, that is just wordplay. She could be lying. She knows what happened months ago on Aiden Ross's stream. So she knew she could probably get away with saying something of that nature. And Puka Nacua very well could have said it. But let's be real. We all get drunk and we all say wild things. But, like, it's wordplay. Like, it's talking. It's a very soft, a very sensitive society. I understand that. But let's be real, man. That's nothing to really hold against him. The biting, it seems like Puka Nacua is just a target right now. He's being targeted. He's in LA. There's media everywhere. TMZ. There's people looking for that payday. And Puka Nacua puts himself out there. So it's really not that hard. I do think this will play a little bit of a role in this extension. There's rumors he would get extended as early as June. I think now for sure they're going to wait to see what happens in court. I don't see a suspension coming from this. I think this is just going to be his personality, him being a meme now, talked about, a vampire, things like that, whatever. At the end of the day, he's a baller. He's a Ram. He will be suiting up week 1. This isn't going to hold him back. This is unfortunate that a lot of these females now like to do this, especially if you got money. They're going to find a way to take advantage and get some of that money. Now, right now, he's playing on a rookie deal. That money was trying to get, she would get it, but Puka Nacua would be paying it back in debt. And then he's going to get $45 million contract a year. No problemo. And from Puka's side, I think mentally, football's a physical sport. You're really locked in for most of the year. So when you do have time off, you're going to let loose. Throw that on top of the incident with him and his wife, his ex-wife, I should say, his baby mother. I don't even know if it was his wife or just a girlfriend, but they had a kid together. She had to do a DNA test and to make sure it was his baby, like things like that. That messes with a man mentally. And you've seen it against Seattle Seahawks. They were bringing it up. And you could see how mad it got Puka Nacua. No man really wants to deal with that. So to break away from that, he's going out. He's partying. He's going on these streams. He's living life of a 24-year-old. Anyone who's at the top of the LA sports market in all sports, Puka Nacua is the top athlete. You could say LeBron. Maybe you could say Luka. But NFL is the top sport, and Puka Nacua is the top dog. In LA, he's the most talked about player in LA. Obviously not always for good reasons, but he's very marketable. And it's unfortunate that this is coming out now. As his attorney said, this is it's funny timing how like they're leaking everything right after JSN got paid. That is quite funny. So I will say, Puka Nacua, love you, man. I'm not going to quit on you. I understand you're going to go through some stuff right now while this court stuff's happening, but maybe just tone it down a bit. Just a bit. You don't got to stay home and do nothing, live your life, but just be careful of the company you keep and you know, good things will happen. Looking for my Puka Nacua bobblehead, but anyways, can't find it. So that's it for me. Make sure you like, subscribe, share. Thank you all for the support so far, and I'll see you soon. Peace.